we begin our voyage down the Chesapeake on our way to the ICW and get grounded, which everybody said would happen, and finally learn how to sail a little bit and do a lot of motoring and figure out what works and doesn't work on Gratitude.
We're doing 6.4 knots, under sail, no motors running, no generator. Jill's at the helm, she's all bundled up. I'm just dressed for fall weather.
There was so much we didn't know, so much we had to learn: how to read maps and navigate, how to anchor, how to re-anchor, how to catch a mooring ball. We learned provisioning and how to cook, and got to see some beautiful sunsets and sunrises, and figured out how to make pizza in the oven, and finally caught up on some much needed rest.
All right, Jill, what are we doing?
We're sailing.
How fast?
5.4 knots.
All right.
5.2.
In the Chesapeake with our main. Let me go over here, be a better picture. There we go. Look at that. We got them all up. Need to trim them a little bit. I've been wrestling with getting the main out. First time we've had it completely out, and it was bound up a little bit inside. That's the issue with in-mast furlers. And I screwed it up letting it out the first time. So still got a little bit more to go, but I had to rest. All right, Jill, there's the sunset. Look at you.
Hello.
Hi. Maybe I gotta turn this camera around. All right. Hello.
Hi.
So we just anchored in this beautiful anchorage.
Still in the Chesapeake, but
We're up.
closer to Norfolk than we were before this morning. How did it do going in?
All these nice houses. There's a little city marina right here. These $1 million homes. And we're sitting here on our $1 boat, enjoying their neighborhood. Oceanfront view. Set our own anchor for the first time. Up there. I'll show you that later. I'm gonna enjoy my hot spiked apple cider with my wife. We're gonna have what's called sundowners. Bye-bye.
This was first week of December 2024 when we finally left Maryland, and it was cold.
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Jill.
Burr.
Yeah, I'm Burr.
Yeah. My face is frozen.
A little anchorage. We're anchored kind of close to those boats, but we've got a lot of chain out. I don't think we're gonna go back where it's into them. Kind of protected. Our anchor's about 70 feet out in front of us. Next to this little guy. We're done for the day. All right, Jill, tell us what we did this morning.
Oh gosh. Well, we woke
No,
up.
you don't need to tell them about that.
Well, we woke up really early, like at 4 o'clock, and we were both very restless and ready. I got it ready to get underway, but it wasn't light out yet, so we got up and we warmed the cabin up,
muddy. It was full of
really
mud.
muddy. We pulled away from the anchor spot and pulled up to a dock, and miraculously we were able to get fuel and water and gasoline. And
The generator.
we just pulled away from
Solomon Island.
the dock, Solomon Island dock. Met some great guys that
Junior.
and whatever. Anyway, now we're pulling back out into the Chesapeake from Solomon's Bay, or Cove, Solomon's Cove, and we're going back out into the middle of the Chesapeake. It looks like we're in, and we're kind of getting desperate to get to some warmer weather. It's like 27 degrees, which with the wind, it feels colder than that. Hopefully we're gonna get up to about 45 degrees today, where it's gonna feel nice and balmy.
Balmy 45.
Balmy
I put the sails up.
45. We might put the sails up later. We worked on some winches last night, and
Worked on the winches last night.
I just said that.
I know.
Worked on the
Sounds
winches.
better when I say it.
Worked on the winches last night. Not me, but the actual winches.
These guys, I rebuilt them, serviced them. I can't get the top. These need to come off. There's a special tool, which I have, to get these, but I can't get these loose, so I put some penetrating oil in there. Hopefully that'll work and loosen them up. But that spins so much easier than before. Just need to spin real nice and easy. Oh. This one I didn't do. That's the one I didn't do. I did this one. See? I can't even turn this one by my hand. That's what the other ones were like. And this one I can now, it just turns real easy. So this morning I'll probably do this one because I can get this top off. So I have this one done. And then I might try to see if I can get this one off. These aren't too bad. I mean, they turn by hand, so. But I'm finding that when we're putting the sails up, this one and that one are the two that I'm using the most, and that one over there. So we use that one for the furler on the jib out front. Oh, just got all blurry. I use that one for the jib out front, and then this one and this one when we're doing the furling mainsail. We use these big guys primarily once we have the mainsail, the jib out, for just tuning them in. So they turn, but I still need to service them. But anyway.
So I don't know if you can see this or not, but we're watching Doug and Becky ride. It looks like we're anchored right next to the naval base.
The naval air base.
We're watching F-16s, or I don't know what they are, but they look like F-16s taking off every 5 minutes, which is kind of cool.
And there's a seaplane landing area right over here too.
And we have beautiful clear waters, clear sky, no clouds, little bit of wind, like 12 knots of wind.
It'd be perfect for sailing.
And we're doing 7.1 knots on the motor.
Right at 1200 RPMs. What'd you just say we were doing?
We're sailing.
What speed though?
6.2.
So that's as much as we were doing motoring, and now we're doing it under sail. Woohoo! We're still working on our trimming, so those sailors out there, don't critique our trimming. But we're not luffing a bunch.
We're in the Chesapeake.
Kind of a rough day out here today. We're trying to get to there. We're down here. We gotta go around that point yet.
pull.
Jill says gratitude is made for this.
View this morning. It's cold and windy. We had to move anchorages last night because where we were at was not holding as much nicer.
Yes, I'll come back to you, then I'll ask what have we done.
That's us. Should be in Norfolk about 4 o'clock. Making about, you can see that, 6 knots. This is saying 6.4. Jill's up there reading the radio manual for radio operations. Got the water breaking over the bow. Fixed the roof vents up there that were leaking water down onto the bed, well, into the salon. Big one up there on the left. It's a beautiful day. It's just a nice warm 36 degrees. I think we're gonna have a high of 42. And making good time getting south where it's gonna be warm. Hey, Jill. Tell me what's going on. No, I think this is part of it. We gotta share this. So you can't tell, I'm holding the camera about what should be level. We're listing about like that. Everything's sliding over to that side of the room. Because, I'll show you outside, our anchorage is not as deep as we thought it was. So we're currently sitting on our keel. See that boat back there is level and we're not right now? So we're waiting for high tide. We'll get off this, or we'll get dressed and try to pull ourselves off the mud. So we're just sitting on mud. It's not very comfortable. Mama's not happy. Well, we're still waiting, although it's starting to look better, more level. You can see by the way our clothes, we're still listing a little bit. Jill's taking a nap. I just finished installing down underneath here, because we're gonna make good use of our time. Water filter. Have a 2-micron water filter. Have another one to put in front of that one that's a 20 micron. But I don't have the right fitting for it, so just doing the best we can. Let me go see if we're moving, or if we can move. Almost done. The neighbor over there said he was grounded too. So it's kind of sitting the same way. Got blowing with the wind. Running the generator, the battery's charged. We'll be out of here soon. So we finally got to Norfolk, and Norfolk, Virginia is the official beginning
of the ICW. And because we got there late, because we were grounded all morning, we ended up entering the ICW at night and ended up going through this lock to get to a free dock that we could tie up to and spend a nice, restful evening without being grounded.
That's the locks. We're waiting for them to let us through. That's Jill chilling. It's been kind of a long day. We're gonna get through the locks and then tie up on a free dock on the other side. Alright. Can't see it.
Outside.
I know. We just entered a lock. Jill up there. She's just doing watch out, look out. This is the ICW. It's basically a big river creek bed ditch. Why they call it the ditch. This is what we're following. That's us. That little blue dotted line is the track we're supposed to be following per Bob, Skipper Bob. Online forum group keeps us safe and in the deepest part. It's updated daily. Downloaded the most recent updates this morning. Miss Jill,
Hello.
tell me what's going on.
We're parked.
Yeah, right here. Just pulled up to this old dock. And
It's 3 o'clock.
it's 3 o'clock. Stopped a little early. There's I-60 something or whatever. And this is a wider spot of the ICW. We just came from back that direction. Charleston.
North Carolina?
No, we came from, well, Norfolk. And anyway, we left Norfolk. We're here, wherever here is. Little Pungo or something like that is what this spot's called.
Doing.
I was gonna say sailing, but I'm motoring. In a balmy 69-degree weather. It's actually very warm, it's just wet. Got a big storm coming in. We're helping.
So the ICW is a series of lakes and rivers and canals that are all connected. And amazing engineering feat by our U.S. government back in the 20s, I believe.
There's a hamburger.
There's a hamburger where?
Way over there.
Way over there, waiting for us.
Yes. However, what Jill needs is galoshes.
That are wet.
Because I don't have galoshes. I have boots, snow boots that are gonna get wet, and
I think that's the dinghy dock right there.
he needs galoshes as well.
We can dinghy into the... All right, I gotta figure out where we're gonna dinghy into.
Really stupid.
Jill, what did you just say?
I said, oh wow, it's really nice. And what happened to the weather? Because a couple of minutes ago, it was only like 37 or 40 degrees, I don't know. And now it's really, really warm. And I have way too many clothes on.
Well, I can help with that.
I know. So I was asking Kevin to hand me my jacket and the clothes that I have up on deck.
All right.
And of course he takes that opportunity. Is there anything I can help you, anything else I can help you take off?
Just doing some morning chores. Gonna take some of that diesel and put it in that little opening right there. There's a neighbor. And there's another neighbor. We're all making it south. Where is it? Yeah, I think you'd see him. Little fellow boats that are trying to make it south. Almost full sails.
Almost.
Making how much, Jill? Speed.
We are at, what are we at? I don't know, 7.2 knots.
All right.
We found another nearly free dock. It was like 20 bucks a night next to a pirate ship and a shrimp company. And next week, we land in Carolina Beach, North Carolina.